remember, you only have 3 more chances to ask me what number is it.
There is no limit. Okay, this morning we're going to go over knees. Knees only have one thing to do. They only have to flex and extend. They don't do anything else, and they shouldn't do anything else. They can do other things. We don't want them to do other things. So to give you a metaphor of this, everyone has a toolbox and everyone has a regular head screwdriver, and there's one, and it's totally demolished because we've used it for everything. It's meant to do one thing, which is unscrew a regular head screw. But what we've also used it for is we've used it to pop the paint can off. We've used it to as a chisel. We've used it to do all sorts of other things. So this thing is totally worn out and beaten up, and it's probably bent because at some point you've stuck it in something and tried to unscrew it, so the shaft of the screwdriver is bent. And that's the same thing with the knees. We have accidentally used them for everything, and they become a joint that's very problematic. And people complain about joints, their knee joints, and they end up getting knee surgeries and eventually knee replacements because they've asked the knees to do beyond what they're meant to do. Because a knee is only meant to do this, flex and extend. When it starts doing other things like going inside, outside, we start getting problems. But we're going to slowly go through why it breaks down and why we'll end up using other parts. And when we do, you'll notice there are things that you can't do very well because you've never really practiced them. So now we're going to switch gears and we're going to look at walking and movement mechanics. We have our 2.5-inch rule, which we talked about last time, and also the 10.5-inch rule. We have to be able to lift our foot 2.5 inches off the ground from the hip and not from the knee. So this gets us over mostly door thresholds because that's the standard in the industry. It's about 2.5 inches and you can get over a door threshold without tripping. You start losing that 2.5 inches, I'm gonna just move her. She's oh so cute and no one gets to see her. There you go.
Can't see her.
So 2.5 inches is what it takes to get over a door threshold. Is what it takes to get over a door threshold, and we have to be able to do that from the hip. And then we have to do 10.5 inches of being able to get your knee up and get your foot to extend to get over a step or to safely prevent you from falling on your face. So if you cannot do that, you're going to end up falling a lot. So we're going to work on those two things as well. Which leads us to the last conversation. What's not working when your knees start going bad? Oh, Wolfie's leaving. It's your hip joint. So we have to look at hip mechanics and why hip mechanics go bad and why the hip mechanics will now switch down into the knees. And that's how we started this discussion, is when the knees start doing aberrant motion, it means some other part of your body's not working, and primarily it's your hip joint. If your hip joints aren't doing what they're supposed to be doing, the knee joints now start picking up the work that they shouldn't. And your hips can do 3 things really well. They can flex and extend, they can adduct, meaning cross midline, and abduct, and they can internal and external rotation. The only thing we want to see in the knee is flexion and extension, but imagine if we put abduction, adduction in the knee and internal, external rotation in the knee, we start getting some ugly problems. So we're going to have to open up the hips in what we're doing today. So that is where we'll start. We're going to start with Wolfie, and we're going to have our feet parallel, hips width apart. Here's hips width apart is here's your ASIS, here's your pubic symphysis. Midway in between is hips width apart. You're going to push down big toe and the corresponding metatarsal head, outer 4 toes, and the corresponding metatarsal heads, and especially that pinky toe, and finally your heel. 1/3 the weight is through your toes, 1/3 the weight is through the balls of your feet, 1/3 the weight is through your heels. Now we begin time under tension. We're going to tighten up your quads, we're going to tighten up your calves. Now we're going to enter first chakra, your pelvic floor. I want you to stabilize it. Second chakra, your lower abs. I want you to fire it up. Third chakra is your upper abs. All of these are active. Draw your shoulder blades down and back. Abs are nice and tight. And we're going to start out with our little squat. and you're gonna squat down, just bend your knees. And we're keeping time under tension, meaning you're keeping your quads on, your calves on, your abs on, that pelvic floor, which is your first chakra, and we're keeping your lats on, which are keeping your shoulder blades down and back, and we're just going up and down. You're keeping those abs engaged. You have a choice. You can follow me or you can follow Mario. And just do your little squat. Keep your muscles on. I know it's really easy to go, oh, I've been down here before, I can turn things off. Or I'm used to being up here all day long, I can turn things off. You're gonna keep muscles on the whole time, like you're picking up a wheelbarrow that's super heavy and it's really unstable, so you have to keep muscles on.
And at the same time, try and imagine splitting the mat with your feet. So your tripod of your foot is engaged, the arches are lifted.
And you're breathing. Okay, pick up that wheelbarrow. Remember, most wheelbarrows have one wheel in the front, so lateral stability is not there. You have to create it through your core. That's why the first time you pick up a wheelbarrow, it's actually very surprising how unstable it is. Everyone thinks it looks so cool. I'm gonna do it, and then it like wobbles. You can ask Gillian, she's a farmer. Keep your abs engaged. Just a few more.
So in order to engage that core stability, it's easy when you're lifting to kind of lift from your upper body.
Yeah.
But instead, you're really gonna squeeze the inner thighs, pelvic floor, abdomen to create the lift through the torso.
Okay, now that you got that and you're thoroughly warmed up, you're gonna put the roller in front of you. That was putting the knees through just flexion and extension, and that's what all they should do. There should be no internal and external rotation at the knees. So we're gonna now transfer it up into core. We're gonna work on the time under tension. You're gonna keep your hands on the roller. You're gonna push down on the roller like it's like something you're pushing into the ground. It is okay if your spine rounds on this one because we're gonna access the abs. We're doing sit-ups. But the big thing is do not clench your butt. You're gonna suck in your tummy and try to get your navel to come to your spine and come up your body. Wolfie's done. Keep breathing, suck in that tummy. Try to get that navel to your spine. I want you to contract your abs until it feels like it's cramping on the inside. Okay, hold your abs in, keep them in, and now you're gonna tighten them even more from this inward position. So you're going deeper into the contraction. You're trying to pull your abs in. You're trying to reshape your abdomen. Suck in that tummy. Keep breathing.
So as you tighten your abs, it's really easy to engage only your upper abs, but really try to recruit from your lower abs, your pubic bone coming closer to your belly button.
And really suck in that tummy, change the shape of your body. Make sure your butt's not contracting. We're over-activating the abs. You guys feel this? If you don't, you're not doing it. Okay, good. We're gonna put that aside momentarily. Now we're gonna look at the first bit of knee flexion. Abs are nice and tight, you're sucking in your tummy. You can hold on to your roller if your balance is not so good. We're gonna bend our right knee and we're gonna elevate it slightly. Suck in your tummy, and then from here, woo, there goes my balance. Abs are nice and tight, we can create core stability, and then you're gonna extend. You're gonna do flexion and extension on your knee with your knee elevated. So the temptation is this, to lower your knee as you extend, you're gonna keep your knee up as you extend. This is gonna fire up your rectus femoris and all the rest of your quads. The other temptation will be to tuck your tail and do it like this. We want you to keep your butt out. Keep your abs engaged. What number is that?
9, 10.
Okay, so 10 we did. We'll do it on the other side. Bring your knee up slightly higher than hip height. Abs are engaged, suck in that tummy, and then you're gonna extend without lowering your knee. Don't lower that knee down, fully extend that leg. I would not want to get in a fight with Gillian. She can outrun me and she can outkick me. Don't let your tail tuck. You're not using your butt to do this. And you're certainly not using your right calf muscle.
10.
Good. We're going to switch sides again since this is a little harder. We're going to lift back up again, this time a tiny bit higher. Abs are nice and tight. Do not use your left calf muscle or your left butt muscle. Suck in that tummy. Don't let that knee lower down. What number is that?
9. 10.
Okay, switch sides. This is probably one of the best knee rehabs you can do because it truly strengthens your quad in a functional position versus on a machine, which we seldom do when you go to a gym. In real life, that is. What number is this?
8. 9. 10.
Good job, everyone. Abs are nice and tight. Now you should feel the full length of your rectus femoris and you should feel sore almost into what feels like your hips. Abs are engaged, feet are parallel, hips width apart. We're going to do a hip circle. Abs are nice and tight. I have one stray hair on me.
Opposite direction.
Suck in that tummy. It's right there. I feel it. It's somewhere right here. It's probably one of your hairs.
10.
Okay, right leg goes forward, left leg goes back. You're going to put your knee over top of your foot, rear heel is off the ground. First, we're going to do our sit-ups. You're going to suck in that tummy, and then you're going to release. Suck in your tummy, release. We want to make your abs sore. If you're not feeling on your abs, you're not sucking in hard enough. And then, when you hit that maximum second, tighten your abs, and then release. Suck in, tighten, release. Your legs are dynamic.
10.
Okay, stay in this position. You're going to take your hand off of your knee now. Shoulder blades are down and back. You're going to bend your front knee. You're going to make sure that knee stays over the top of your foot and doesn't wobble inward or outward. Your back's going to stay straight. Your butt stays on. We're lunging forward. You should feel this in your quad because we're activating it. You should feel it in your butt. Those are your target muscles. Keep your abs sucked in. You're not rounding your belly and accidentally putting work into your back. What number?
9. 10.
Okay, now we're going to stay forward. So you're pushing forward. Your knee is over the top of your foot. We're going to do our sit-ups now. We're going to bring our elbow to our knee. Keep breathing, watch alignment. Time under tension, that means we're using muscles and not joints. So if you feel this in your back, or you've somehow figured out how to use your back, which is a whole bunch of little joints, we want it muscles, your quads, your butt, and your abs. What number are we on?
6.
Oh. Keep breathing. What?
10.
And good. We are switching sides.
Just remember, you only have 3 more chances to ask me what number is this.
There is no limit. Your left leg is back, or your right leg is back behind you. Your left leg is forward. Your abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. We're gonna make sure that knee stays over the top of your foot, even though we are doing sit-ups. So suck in your tummy and relax. Suck it in, relax. Now, when you hit your maximum, I want you to not only suck it in, but tighten it and then relax. Suck it in, tighten, then relax. Because people learn how to suck in their tummies, but they don't learn how to hold it. I want you to learn how to hold it. Keep breathing. Smiles are up.
10.
Even though I have a fly trapped in the window, I'm going to open it up. Okay, here we go. Abs are engaged. Watch the alignment of your knee. Remember, we only want flexion and extension on the knee. Left hand goes back behind you as your knee goes forward. Abs are nice and tight. This is not a lunge that we typically do. We're bending the knee. This is all about knee flexion. The work should be in your quad and your butt and not in your knee. That's a joint. You're not working joints. We're working muscles. Suck in that tummy.
10.
Okay, we're gonna hold out here. You're gonna stay in the most forward position as you now bring your right elbow to your left knee. Keep the alignment, keep the balance. Suck in that tummy. Jaws relaxed, smiles are up. Keep breathing. No pressure into your back. Our target muscles are your quad and your butt. Your abs and your lats are stabilizing.
Oops.
Serves you right for not letting me know what number we're on. Feet are together, abs are nice and tight, hip circles. Keep breathing. And then go in the opposite direction. We're gonna look at the knee again. As you take your left leg back behind you, your right leg's forward, abs are nice and tight. So, the other thing the knee has to be able to do is bend and then get back out in front of you safely. We're gonna first do this with the roller, but don't depend on it, okay? You're in a lunge position, you're leaning forward, abs are nice and tight. From here, keep your abs engaged. You're gonna kick your heel to your butt and back down. This is what you do if your footing goes out from underneath you. This is so important in hiking and uneven surface work, which is most of Hawaii. You think you're on a sidewalk and it's safe and it's level, it's not. That was 10? Okay. Okay, stay in this position. Now we're gonna try it without stabilizing. Abs are on, suck in that tummy, and try to use inertia. So this means going slowly. It's not fast. It's learning how to use momentum to your favor. Whoops. Even if you goof like that or that. Okay, I'll focus. Focus. That's got to be 10.
10.
Okay, switch sides. So same thing again, set yourself in the position, knee stays over the top of your foot, your abs are on. Hold your core on, you're using inertia. You're learning to bend your knee to protect yourself. Bring it back. Keep breathing. Nine.
8.
Oh.
10.
Okay, now we're gonna try it without holding on to anything. This requires your core being on, your abs being on. Remember, we're using inertia, so it's boom. You have a lot of time. Sort of like river dancing. The less they move in river dancing, the more elaborate their leg motions can be because they're using inertia. We're standing on 2 feet again, abs are nice and tight, hip circles. Then go in the opposite direction. Keep your abs engaged. This is time under tension. Okay, we're gonna grab our roller, put it off to the left side. We're gonna do our side kick out thingies. Abs are nice and tight. You're gonna bring your knee up. Then you're gonna bring your foot out. You're gonna keep this knee over the top of your foot. You're gonna keep your abs on. We're gonna get as close to 90 degrees as you can. You're gonna fire up your obliques, suck in your tummy, and we're gonna do figure eights. Keep breathing. Suck that tummy in. Smiles are up.
9. 10.
Opposite direction. Woo! I'm falling off balance. There we go.
9, 10.
I owe 2. 1, 2. Okay. Switch sides. You should feel your butt burning. You should feel your lats fired up. Leg out to side, leg extended, 90 degrees, knee over top of your foot, figure 8. Abs are nice and tight, sucking that tummy. You're not using your knee. This is not knee work. If you feel this in your knee, you have to figure out how to pull it into your hip. Opposite direction. Keep breathing, abs engaged, lats on.
8, 9, 10.
Okay, we're back down again. Whew. We're gonna do little hip circles. I want Mario to look like she's really short. You should feel your obliques now because that's what we worked. Opposite direction. Okay. We're going to take our right foot forward, left foot back. Front knee is bent, abs are engaged. You're sucking in your tummy. Are you ready? We're going to do our old-fashioned just touch the ground, spine is straight. You're using muscles, not joints. You feel this in your back, tighten something up, push your hips back. If you feel this in your knee, tighten up your quads, tighten up your hamstring, tighten up your butt. The work should be in your quad and your butt. Your core is on. This is time under tension. That's why we're going so slowly. Abs are nice and tight. Keep breathing. What number is that? I knew it. Switch sides.
2 more left.
No, 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 no. That one didn't count. That was a confirmation.
No.
Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. Knees over top of your foot. Nice and slow. We're feeling all this only in muscles. You're not feeling this into your knee or your back. In fact, you're not even feeling it in your hip. You should feel it in your quad and your butt. For those that eat chicken, we're working the part of the chicken you eat. You don't eat the hip joint. That's gross. You eat the thigh, you eat the butt. You don't eat the knee joint. Oh, some of you do. Actually, Maria does. Kind of gross. Abs are nice and tight. Okay, good job. We're standing back up. You should feel your butt now. You should feel your abs. We're going to put that roller in front of us again as we do our sit-ups. Suck in that tummy. Suck it in the tummy. Keep your quads on. Your knees are turned out, but don't hyperextend your knees. We're working joints. If you are, but instead, we're going to work muscles. Abs are nice and tight, suck in that tummy. Try to change the shape of the contours of your belly. Try to do that without flattening out your butt. Okay, we're going to put the roller off to the side. We're going to continue to do that, but now we're going to do without the roller. You're just sucking in your tummy, tightening it, hold it in, relax your butt, and then you're going to tighten from your most inward position. You're going to suck, 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 suck. We're trying to really draw everything in and cramp it up. Keep your lats on, keep your head over the top of your body. Suck that tummy in. If you do, your serratus anterior goes on and your lats go on.
20.
Okay, good. Hip circles. Hip circles from your abs, not from your knees or your butt. Keep breathing. Wolfie's all concerned because Mario left. Opposite direction. Who will count? Okay, now you're gonna grab one of your blocks. Your foot goes on top of the block. Okay, both our legs go parallel. Abs are nice and tight, so this is important. Your abs have to stay on. Your knees are not involved at all other than just being locked out. You're sucking in your tummy, so I don't want to see any internal, external rotation of the knee or any weird motion of the knees. Abs are nice and tight because abs, especially this oblique and this glute medius, are working. So we're going to do a lower down, lift up. Suck in your tummy, that activates your transverse abdominis. And it tightens that relationship with the butt, and it gets the work out of your knees. Smiles are up.
9, 10.
Okay, we're gonna just switch sides. Suck in your tummy, abs are on. We're working this glute medius, this oblique, lift and lower, as you keep your abs on to activate that transverse abdominis. Notice if one side's clearly easier than the other side. We don't like that. That's called muscular imbalance. Keep sucking in that tummy and activating that stabilization. We're going to switch again. Now, we're going to do what we usually start with. You're going to put the block under the ball of your foot. Your heel goes down. Your abs are nice and tight. Now, we're going to externally rotate both knees as your feet stay parallel. Abs are nice and tight. First, second, third chakras are on. No work is in your knee. If you feel pressure in your knee, tighten up more muscles until it comes out of the knee. We're going to pump the hips forward. Suck in that tummy. I want abs engaged. Since we've been working on it so hard, you can do it. Now you feel your butt, so I want you to relax it. We're not even using it right now. It's all abs and opening of the gastrocnemius. Smiles are up. It's Thursday. That means it's one more day until Friday. Suck that tummy in. I did nap. Okay, you're gonna do hip circles. Really want you to use your abs. Try not to move your head. This is stretching out all the different divisions of that same gastrocnemius. Keep your abs engaged and it stays a sit-up. Opposite direction. Smiles are up. I'm not asking you. Okay. Abs are nice and tight. Keep your feet here. We're just going to bring your knee up and then back down. We're creating stability with an unstable foot pattern. And once again, we're bringing that knee above the level of your hip, making sure we can do that 10.5 inches. You will be the safest people walking around if you can get those two levels, 2.5 inches and 10.5 inches.
10.
Okay, good. Stay in this position. Abs are nice and tight. Hand goes on the roller. You're going to lift and lower your hip. We're going after the 2.5 inches now. Suck in that tummy. This is going to get more your glute minimus. That's why you feel like it's changing in its qualities into what it's activating in your booty.
10.
Okay, switch sides. Okay, time under tension on this side. Feet are parallel. Turn those knees out, but keep those feet parallel. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. You're pumping your hips forward. The goal is to keep the work out of your low back. That's a joint. It's a bunch of joints. And we're going to put the work into our abs as we stretch out that gastrocnemius. Keep those knees turned out. Remember, our knees only do one thing. They flex or extend. They don't internally and externally rotate. You don't want to be that bent screwdriver in your tool kit that's all beat up that you can't even use as a screwdriver anymore. Keep your out core engaged. Don't let anything go onto your low back. Abs are nice and tight. Hip circles. So hip circles, this is balance. This is why we work on it. Back, every athletic motion is hidden in a hip circle. Opposite direction. So the cleaner your circle, the better your athletic ability is, including navigating a bumpy road. Okay, abs are nice and tight as you bring that knee to your chest and then back down. Time under tension, hold that balance, don't throw your head all over the place. Keep your core on, lift that knee above the level of your hip. That's about 10.5 inches. You're gonna be safe people in this world.
10.
Okay, stay in this position. You might need your roller for this. We're gonna lower your hip. That's the 2.5 inches. Keep your abs engaged. Keep breathing.
Okay.
Good job, everyone. Woo! Come off your block. Put your roller off to the side. Come into stance. See what things are feeling like. It should feel very interesting to stand as your weight's almost causing you to fall on your face. Keep your abs engaged, your lats on. We have just found Academy Award posture. First, second, third chakras are fired up. Your quads are on, your calves are on. You're very dynamic looking and ready to go. So the next place we're going is down to the ground. Grab your 2 blocks. We're doing some stretching. We're gonna open up those quads now. Okay, we're gonna tip back. Now we're gonna open up the feet. You're popping a wheelie, your knees are off the ground, your chest is up. We're gonna do sit-ups. You're sucking in that tummy and then releasing. Suck in this tummy and then release. Suck it in, release. Suck it in, release. Abs are nice and tight. Shoulder blades are down and back.
10.
And now we're gonna curl our toes under. Rule of thumb, if it feels like your toe knuckles are gonna snap off, that means it's time for you to push your heels back further because we're stretching our plantar fascia and our Achilles tendon into our calf. Abs are nice and tight, sit up, suck in that tummy, release. So we've been working on that sucking in your tummy, so really suck it in, change the shape of your abdomen. You'll feel your quads have to stretch in order for this to happen, and that's the way it should happen. Whoa, Annie, we could put a whole apple in that mouth. It wouldn't touch anything either.
10.
Okay, come back forward. We're gonna point those toes, and then we're gonna lean back again, because Annie loves this one so much. She was saying, this is so easy, I'm yawning. Suck in that tummy, suck in that tummy. Change the shape of your abdomen. Abs are nice and tight.
10.
Okay,
You can't ask with your eyes.
I am not asking anything with my eyes. Tuck your toes under. Abs are nice and tight. We're leaning back. Knees are together. Suck in that tummy. Change the shape of your abdomen. Keep breathing. Smiles are up. Oh.
Nine, 10.
Okay. Oh, point those toes. Ball is midway between your pubic bone and your tailbone. Put your block down. Put your ball on top of the block. We're gonna work upper body and pelvic floor. So, we're gonna do what the knees should be able to do really well. We're gonna flex the knees. You can grab a hold of your weights or whatever. Imagination works great too. As long as you can imagine 20 pounds. Because even if you have your 5 or 7 pound weights, or even 3, you're imagining 20, because it causes you to activate your muscles differently, and that's why we want you to visualize a greater weight than you're used to lifting. Abs are nice and tight. First chakra, your pelvic floor, is squeezing the ball. So give the ball a little squeeze with that pelvic floor. Second chakra is sucking in. Third chakra is uprighting you now, and you're getting your head over the top of the ball. That's the most important piece. Sucking your tummy. We're first going to do a couple of sit-ups. You're sucking in second chakra, tightening it, release it. Tighten, release. So you're seeing the pelvic floor works with second chakra. And that's why when you lose control of second chakra and your belly starts hanging out, you've lost control of pelvic floor. Okay, arms come out to your sides. Time under tension, that means nice and slow. So we're gonna externally rotate the arm slightly. Your arms are gonna come out to the side as we slowly lift it up with the ab contraction. Keep your abs on, lower back down. Abs are nice and tight, you've hit the bottom. Keep your abs on. At no point do your abs shut off, even though we're working your bicep. Chest up. Smiles up. Keep breathing. Smiles are up, chest is up, head's over the top of the ball. How many more times can I ask?
It's only 5.
Okay, but we're making it clear. I was just asking how many times more I can ask.
1.
Abs. Don't lose your abs even though you feel your biceps working. Don't let it go into your neck because that's what you're using as your abs instead of your abs. Did you lose count?
No, last one.
I was just asking if you had lost count. Abs are nice and tight, chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back. Really obey posture. Keep your head over the top of your pelvic floor as you take your arms back behind you. Suck in your tummy, you're going to take your arms back nice and slow. Stay connected to your core. This is working your triceps and lats, but we're still activating your abs. Chest stays up, head stays over the top of the ball. Keep breathing. You're smiling at Maria.
Yes.
Okay. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Our arms are going to go to our sides. Keep your elbows up. We're going to externally rotate. This is using your infraspinatus, your lats, and obviously your abs. Keep that pelvic floor on. Keep your head over the top of the ball. Oh my goodness, Maria's going so slowly. This is what it's like going with Maria to the gym. She's all, I'll say, I'm done. She's all, no, 3, 4, and we'll be in the gym for another hour. You're off again.
9. 10.
I'm sure I did 22. Chest is up, abs are nice and tight. Move your head and neck around to see if you accidentally used it. Keep breathing. Okay, hands go up again. We're gonna reach up over the top of your head, suck in that tummy. This is all about creating really cool body shape. And flat tummy is a cool body shape. Smiles are up. Maria's off again. I'll wait for her. Suck in that tummy. Keep breathing. Keep your core on. Keep it out of your neck.
10.
Good job, everyone. Hold on to those weights. We're not quite done with them. This brings me back to a story that I have about Maria. I kept asking Maria if I could go do field research with her back when she was doing field research. And she took us out to Barber's Point. That's me and Wolfie. And we got out there and it was blazing hot. Like, I have never experienced that kind of hot. And we had to take these little tubes out of pieces of wood, and inside each one of these little tubes was what was called a solitary bee. And all we had to do is take it out, put it in a cooler, and mark something on like a clipboard. It was so hot I couldn't think straight. All I could think is, let's just get out of here. Let's just pull these bees out. We'll make up a numbering. And this is where it shows the intensity of Maria's ability to stay centered, because in this blazing hot heat and wind, she was able to do everything right. And Wolfie and I were back in the car with the air conditioning on. I never went out in the field again. Okay, take your right leg forward.
No Michaels were harmed in the process of collecting
Oh, they were
data.
harmed. It took me an hour of cool refreshments to get my wits back about me. Abs are nice and tight, chest is up. You're gonna externally rotate. Your arms coming up in the front and the back. This is contralateral motion. This is what I couldn't activate in that kind of heat. And that's what you have to be able to do, is when you're under crises, stay in a contralateral pattern.
Yeah.
Okay, let's switch sides. So that goes to show everyone has something that causes them to come out of pattern. It may be a lawyer standing in front of you with a contract dispute. It may be someone telling you that there was a flash flood on your farm. Twist, abs nice and tight. Or it could be just exercising or being told you can't eat a certain food. Something will cause you to go into crises. And your job is to stay in contralateral pattern. Sucking in your tummy, keep your head up. Maintain form.
10.
And good. Now both feet go forward. Now we're going to put this all together. We've done some really nice motions. Now we're going to start twisting and moving. This is integrating. You can go above your head. You can go out to the side. Just careful of the person next to you and their knuckles. I'm telling this to Maria. Just move it around. Don't let anything crack, pop, snap, or grind. Turn on the muscles you need to support that so it doesn't happen. Feel what it feels like to cross midline in the front or the back. Keep breathing. Plus, this is just fun. Okay, good. Put those weights off to the side. Hands on your knees. We're going to do sit-ups. You're going to suck in your tummy as hard as you can. Draw your lats on. Those are your back muscles that draw your shoulder blades down and back. Suck in that tummy. Keep breathing. Wolfie's just laying out right there. Okay, hands in the stick 'em up position. And now Mario's favorite part, we're gonna bounce. You can add side to side motion if you'd like. Keep breathing. You can always speed this section up. It's always fun to watch. But what we're working is ballistically your pelvic floor. This is important in case you hear something really funny and it lasts a really long time, you don't pee in your pants. Or if you're running down the street, you're not peeing in your pants. You don't hear how often that Maria and I hear how people pee in their pants because they don't have pelvic floor strength. We're working on it. Okay, good. We're gonna bring our arms to our sides, feet more closely together. We're gonna work on opposite hand, opposite foot. Remember, you're on a block on top of a ball. If you fall, just fall. Don't try to break your fall, just fall. But otherwise, use the core to stay on top of the ball. Woo. Ha ha! Almost fell. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh my God.
90,
We get up to 20.
20. Well, one side, so.
Oh, okay. Hands on your knees, forward fold. Reach for that ground as Maria takes you through this.
Grinding the tripod of your feet into the mat. Lift up the arches of your feet. Pull that energy up towards the inner thighs. Connecting that to the pelvic floor. Engage your pelvic floor. Lifting your lower abs. Suck the belly button towards your spine. Pull the shoulder blades down and back. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders.
Keep that time under tension. Keep that pelvic floor on. Keep those muscles on. You should not feel this in any joint in your body. You should be stretching only muscle. Suck in that tummy. Use your abs to pull you closer to the ground. Okay, hands go on your knees as your knees bend. We're in a recovery position, only we're not going to recover. You're going to suck in your tummy and release. Suck in your tummy and release. Keep doing that. Suck in your tummy, release. Change the shape of your abdomen without clenching your butt. Keep breathing.
Keep pulling the shoulder blades down and back. Long neck.
On this last one, you're going to keep your abs tight. Suck in your tummy, and then you're going to suck it in deeper, and you're going to do this in quick pulses. Keep your pelvic floor on. As Maria said earlier, try to get your lower abs as well as your upper abs. Don't use your butt cheeks. Do use your pelvic floor and your abs.
And try to coordinate your breath. Exhale as you suck your belly button to your spine.
Wolfie's putting out a lot of energy to support you. She lays unconscious on the floor. Okay, good. We're going straight to the floor now. You can move your block off to the side. Ooh. Let me move my microphone. Okay. Ball goes in the small of your back. Hands go back behind you. Well, our cold snap is over. It's back warm again. Actually muggy and hot. Shoulder blades are down and back. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to suck in that tummy and release. Suck in that tummy and release. Try to pop that ball. Feel what it feels like to engage your abs. Okay. Cross your right ankle over or left ankle over your right knee. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in that tummy. And you're going to continue to do your sit-ups. Suck in your tummy, suck in your tummy. So this is a stretch strengthening. You're stretching your butt, but you're activating your abs. So suck in that tummy. Shouldn't be easy. And it's about to get harder. Okay, arms go out in front of you. You got to figure out the balance. And here we go. Sit-ups. Keep breathing. Smiles are up. Okay, arms go back behind you. We're going to stretch. Just hold that stretch. Lift up your chest nice and tall. Shoulder blades go down and back. Neck gets long. Suck in your tummy again. Keep the toes up on that left foot so no pressure goes into your knee. Because remember, the knee only flexes and extends. Okay, good. We're going to switch sides. Even though that wasn't quite 10, apparently. We're crossing our leg over the other side. We're stretching first. Suck in your tummy. We're doing sit-ups here. Suck it in. Suck it in, suck it in. Jaws relaxed. Change the shape of your abdomen, simultaneously stretching your right glute max.
10,
Okay, arms go up, balance, suck in your tummy, sit-ups.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. We're switching sides. We're going to do 2 sets of these.
We didn't stretch. Did we stretch a little bit more?
Oh yeah, we stretched a little bit more. Stretch a little bit more. Chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back. This is why Mario's in my life. So yesterday I'm running around looking for my cell phone, and Mario's just staring at me. Because it's right there in front of her. The place I put it.
Actually, it was in front of you, not me.
Well, same thing. Okay, now we can switch sides to do the same thing again on this side. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. We'll first do our sit-ups. So suck in that tummy, release, suck it in, release. Keep those arms behind you so you really get good abdominal activation. Okay, arms go up, balance. We're doing our sit-ups. So this is what we seldom do. We seldom activate our abs and lengthen our butt. That's why we have to practice this.
10.
Okay, switch. Oh, yeah, stretch. Chest goes up nice and tall, shoulder blades are down and back, toe goes up. Keep the pressure out of your knee. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. Oh, Wolfie moved. Sucking that tummy. Long neck. And we're going to switch sides. Abs are nice and tight. We start out with our sit-ups by sucking in our tummy. Keep those hands back behind you. Suck in your tummy. Change the shape of your abdomen, because this is going to allow us to do perfect sit-ups. Smiles are up. Yep. And now arms go up again. Abs are nice and tight as you come up and down. Keeping your abs engaged, sucking in your tummy as you come up. Okay, we're gonna stretch, because I remembered this time. Hands are back behind you, long neck, toes are up, quads are on, abs are tight. Keep that neck relaxed. Good, we have just enough time to do it. We're gonna put our legs down. We're gonna put the ball more underneath your butt. Your butt comes off the ground. We're gonna go skiing. Abs are nice and tight. You're gonna be on your tiptoes. Lift your toes up off the ground. You're gonna touch to the right, touch to the left. You're rolling over across your butt cheeks using your obliques. Now we're activating twist. Keep breathing. Whoops. Uh-oh, did I hurt it? Can you guys still hear me? Okay.
20.
Okay. Okay, I have to do 2 more. Did I hurt the little microphone? Oh, dear. Okay. Go ahead and take the ball out from behind your back. We're going to have a seat on the roller because we're going to stretch one muscle group. You're going to kneel on the very front of the roller. Oh, I'm just torturing this microphone like Mario usually does. Okay, you're on the very, very tip of the roller. You're gonna bend your right knee. Your left knee is gonna be bent. Pull that knee closer to midline. Okay, abs are nice and tight. You're gonna lean back as far as it feels safe. So if this is as far as you get, fine. If you can go all the way down, fine. One is not better than the other. It's wherever you get stretch. But we're lengthening the rectus femoris. Abs are nice and tight. Your shoulder blades are down and back. This is a muscle, if we don't lengthen, can create a lot of knee problems. Not only that, hip problems and low back problems. So just breathe into this. Abs are nice and tight. Shoulder blades are down and back. Just feel what it feels like to sink into this. Keep your abs engaged, especially second chakra, which will keep your spine down. You're not to feel this in any joints. That's your knee or your low back. Jaws are lax. Don't feel it in your neck either. But you can also see how this tight muscle could affect your knees, your low back, and your neck. Keep breathing. You could take your left hand and massage your right foot because you're not used to having your foot that accessible. Just a little bit longer. And then good. You'll just roll to your right to straighten out your left leg. You can either sit back up again, or if you're flexible enough, you can just immediately tuck. You're going to get in this position again. Bring your knee across midline. Abs are nice and tight. Lean back as far as it feels safe only. If you can go all the way down, good for you. If not, good for you. It's wherever you're at. Again, you can massage out your foot just because it feels good, and it's seldom you get the access to the bottom of your foot. Keep breathing, lengthen, try to keep that spine down by accessing second chakra. First chakra, third chakra is already stabilizing, second chakra lowers that spine down. You don't want to feel work in your knee, your low back, or your neck. You should only feel this in your rectus femoris and your quad muscle. You can feel your abs activating, but not because they're under distress or stretch. Make sure your jaws are relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed. And then good. Roll off the roller to your left. Straighten out your right leg. Just lay on the roller lengthwise now. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. You've made it to the end. You've activated all the muscles we were hoping for. You probably have a deepening relationship with your knees you didn't know you had. Feel what it feels like to lay on the roller lengthwise. Head at one end. Head on the roller, butt's on the roller. Feel what it feels like to have your head over the top of your pelvic floor. So like we said at the beginning, the knees are meant to do one thing, and that's flex and extend. But when we start cheating what should be hip mechanics or even ankle mechanics into our knees, we start getting a lot of problems. And as I use as a metaphor, go look in your toolbox and see if you have that one screwdriver that you've used as a hammer, you've used it as a wrench, you've used it as a wedge to unscrew things, you've used it as a chisel, you've used it to open something up, and you've used it as a can opener. That is not what your knees are supposed to do. They have one job. It's a binary job, on or off, one or two, flex or extend. And it's not because they're lazy, it's because it transfers a huge amount of information from your feet and the earth to your hips and your core. So it needs to be simple, simple, simple information. Draw your shoulder blades down and back, and now come into breathing from your second chakra, what we have also been working on. Because this way you find your way back to your center. Feel what it feels like to breathe and connect to your center. And then I'm going to ask you to do one more thing, and that is to expand your energies. Because in your centers, with your body doing the right thing, it's really easy to expand your energy and feel confident in this world. We get in the really bad habit of adapting to what's in front of us, and we seldom do what we are meant to do, and do what we're meant to do as we were put on this earth for. And so this is your opportunity to expand into the energy of what you were meant to do, how you were meant to be, how abundantly you're supposed to receive life, and how it all comes from your center, connecting to something higher. You guys have done an extraordinary job. And on behalf of Maria, thank you so much for being here, bringing your energy, your willingness, your presence, openness. It's such a gift, you have no idea. Thank you for supporting us. Namaste.
Namaste.